might have actually given people the impression that I spend most of my matches wandering around in the storm. That's not actually the case. It really just depends where the circle lands compared to where I like to drop, which is usually the garage. So I do my usual route: land, hit the slurp truck, grab some ammo, get myself organised. I did briefly consider going over there to archive that guy who just eliminated a bot near me, but then I thought, what's the point? Let's loot first and ruin someone's day later. So I go through the portaloo, and when I come out the other side, there's already someone here. They're doing that jerky up and down movement that looks like teabagging. You know the one, the universal sign for, I learned my manners in Call of Duty. So I obviously return the gesture, just a polite little up and down greeting. Very civilised, I thought. Then I hear footsteps, so I jump on top of this unit, because if someone runs in, they'll probably be looking ground level, not up here. Turns out it's probably just a bot anyway. Still, I don't mind the occasional bot behaviour. They're excellent for warming up the aim and boosting your confidence before the real chaos starts. Anyway, back to the point. I don't actually spend all my time in the storm. It just depends how the early game goes and where the circle decides to wander off to. The dock over there is about to end up in storm, and that's fine because I want to check it for bunkers. And yes, technically I am in the storm now, but that's only because I'm looking for useful things, not because I enjoy slowly roasting myself for fun. The guns I like to carry at the moment are fairly simple. I quite like the Scar, it hits nicely, and I don't mind the combat shotgun either. The iron pump, however, sometimes feels like it's firing blanks. I shoot someone at point blank and I'm thinking, that absolutely should have hit. But apparently the shotgun has other plans. The other thing I'm always looking for is bunkers. Ideally, I want 4 bunkers by endgame. Because I'm not the most aggressive player in the world, I absolutely hate getting third party by someone who's been hiding behind a rock for 10 minutes waiting for 2 other people to do the hard work. Sounds like I'm talking about myself, actually. So for me, bunkers are basically portable common sense. Give me shields and bunkers and I'm perfectly happy. Those 2 things have saved me more times than I can count. So I check the zone and mark where I want to head next. I always like to leave a marker on the map because it gives me a general direction to rotate towards. It's not a strict rule that I have to go there. If I suddenly see loads of fighting happening where I've marked, I'll happily sit back and watch, like a responsible third party waiting for the right moment. Now, I don't particularly like 4 fields. It's very open, which is great if you enjoy being shot from 3 directions all at once. But if you've got bunkers, it's actually not that bad, because then you're basically carrying your own little portable house around with you. A lot of players won't have bunkers because they'll be carrying things like snipers, or 2 movement items, or 5 guns, or whatever sweaty loadout someone on YouTube told them guarantees victory. And yes, I do like 2 movement items sometimes, but lately I've discovered something very important. Bunkers keep you alive, especially during school holidays. That's when all the tiny sweats log in and start playing Fortnite like they're trying to qualify for an esports contract. Honestly, when they're online, you probably need about 12 bunkers and 20 big pots just to survive the experience, because they are very fast, and I am not. So I move through 4 fields very carefully, trying to stay low and using the camber of the land to stay out of sight. And eventually I find another 2 bunkers, which means I now have 4, and that makes me extremely happy. I haven't really heard much shooting since the start of the game, which, to be honest, I actually quite enjoy. Some players like chaotic matches where they're constantly fighting and desperately searching for shields. Personally, I like a little bit of action when I drop off the bus, and then a nice relaxed stroll around the rest of the map, with the occasional elimination sprinkled in for entertainment. Then the zone changes, and I actually pull zone, which means I now have my back to the storm, and that's exactly where I want it to be, because anyone rotating from behind me has to move in front of me into 4 fields buildings. Most players will be moving through the middle of the map where everything is busy and chaotic. But if you stay along the edge, closest to the storm line, you usually have fewer players coming up behind you, which makes rotating much safer. Now, if you didn't know, these little trees here are actually excellent hiding spots. Better than bushes, in fact. Yes, I know, the dreaded word camping. Because nobody camps in Fortnite. Not even the sweatiest players with 12 crowns and a superiority complex. No. They're just strategically repositioning themselves. Then I hear it, wingsuit. Someone lands and runs straight into 4 fields buildings. I'm obviously not going to shoot them. There are only 6 players left, and starting a fight now would be a fantastic way of getting third-partied. So I wait. Then I hear another wingsuit land somewhere above me, and shortly after that, footsteps. It's a bloody bot. The bot has spotted me in the tree, so I have to deal with it quickly before it starts broadcasting my location. Then I realise the player whose footsteps I heard earlier is somehow right below me, standing underneath my tree, and they didn't see me. I could drop down and eliminate them easily, but I know there's another player nearby, so patience is definitely the better option. Still, I genuinely cannot believe they haven't looked up. Eventually they move and start creeping along the wall, and I just watch them. I love watching people. The zone forces me to move, so I wingsuit out, fully expecting to get shot, and I immediately hear it. The lock-on, the diamond above my head. Somewhere out there is a lock-on Larry pressing one button and feeling very proud of themselves. So I throw a bunker down immediately because I'm not about to get deleted by guided missiles from someone hiding in a bush. Now there are 3 of us left, and strangely nobody is moving. I think, right, sod it. I'm going for zone. I push forward, throw another bunker down, and try to get the best position possible, because positioning and rotating correctly is what usually gets me the win. Then I spot somebody using the arc lightning gun. That player definitely needs some damage, but before I can do too much, they disappear behind the curve of the land, so I climb back into a tree for a better view. Then, suddenly the arc lightning player gets eliminated in the storm. But what's even odder is the other player. They move from the post to the bush, and then just let the storm eat them. It was genuinely bizarre. And moments like that really make me wonder sometimes, who am I actually playing against? And so we arrive. The storm surfing, the bunker hoarding, all leading to the moment where strategy and patience are supposed to meet their reward, the final fight. Except there wasn't one. Not really. One player just melts in the storm, and the last opponent? Not too sure. Maybe their mom came in and turned the Wi-Fi off.